Today I'm reviewing and testing Rite in the Rain paper. If you're not familiar with Rite in the Rain paper, it is a company based out of Tacoma, Washington. It's made in America, and it is a waterproof paper that you can write on wet and dry with certain writing utensils. They sell pens specifically designed to write on it when it's wet, but then they also have you can write on it with anything when it's dry. And they send a list of stuff that you can and can't write on it and when we're going to take a look at that in a little bit. But these are great. I keep one in my everyday carry on body, usually in a cargo pocket, or if it's not in that, in the jacket pocket. And then I always have one of these that rides along with me in my everyday carry backpack bag. So it's great if you ever need to leave a note somewhere that it might get wet, or it's raining outside and you're camping and you need to leave a note for someone, then this stuff is great. Now, if you're not familiar with this, it has a grid on the paper inside the small book too, and the larger ones, they come in all different sizes and at varying price points, but the grid in here is kind of nice because then you can draw maps or keep things separated, make lists however you want. And then on the inside of the cover, it has the English and metric equivalents, I believe. Yes, English linear measurements, and it also has map scales and centimeters and inches, and then on the back cover, I believe it has the same type of thing. No, on the back cover it talks about a little bit about the company, how it was founded, and when you can't use the stuff. But this is awesome. It has to be one of the best papers for writing outside of all time. Another nice thing about these is they come in all different colors. You have your army green, your orange, your yellow, and I think there is also black and maybe khaki, I think, one or two other colors that you can get them in. And that's just cool because, I like the green one, and the orange is kind of cool, and the yellow one is nice too, so you can get it in whatever color you like. Like I said before, these come in all different colors and sizes. As you can see, the paper coloring is slightly different depending on which pad you get the paper, and the green pad is slightly greener than the paper in the orange pad. But this company is great. They make planners and notebooks, and they supply the military, law enforcement, first responders, paramedics, businesses like the logging industry and the fishing industry, worldwide, not just in the United States, with this type of stuff to keep their records and whatever they're writing dry. And it's made in America, like I said before, which is great. That does come with a little bit of a higher price than something else, but we'll get to the prices here in a minute. I think it's time to jump to the test. Now, I already know this stuff works because, as you can see, this notebook isn't as crisp as this one that's still in the package, and that is because I left it in the pocket of my jacket and it went through the washer. Now, 3/4 of the stuff on this page was written down before it went through the washer, if that gives you an idea. So all of this was right here, and it went through the washer and it's still there, which is great. So I know it's waterproof, but I'm gonna show you guys how it works here. and we're also going to test out a few different types of writing pens and pencils to see how well they perform. First up, I'm just going to go over the different pens here real quick. We have pencils too, actually. We have just a Ticonderoga pencil here, a mechanical pencil with the standard mechanical pencil lead in it, the Zebra F701 pen with a zebra ink refill in it. We have the Bic Atlantis, which has a Bic ink refill in it, and then the Pilot G207 pen here. I've used all these for just writing in general, but when I use Write in the Rain paper, I find that the Zebra refills, especially with the F301, the F701, work very well as compared with something like this, although I have written on the stuff and it stayed with this, but we'll find out now. So we're just going to tear off a piece of our paper here, and then we're going to write a line with each writing utensil. I think what I'm going to do is write the name of each pen and draw a squiggle after it. So yeah, I'm going to do that now. As you can see here, we've drawn our squiggle and our line, our squiggle and the name of our writing utensil here. So now we're gonna just dunk it in the water and see what happens. To be honest and fair, Write in the Rain makes their own pens and pencils that are supposed to perform better in the wet conditions, like you can write on it when it's wet. But I don't have one of those, and they are quite expensive, about $12 a pen. So I'm just going to use what I have here, but I'm sure their stuff would work as well. We got our water here. We're just gonna dunk that in there like that. Make sure it's all wet. Ooh, and looks like the Pilot is not faring well here. Oh, that is a surprise. It's hard to write with the Pilot because it actually is a ballpoint pen. So, and they say not to use ballpoint pens on there. But I've used it in the past and it hasn't worked that well. But that is actually a surprise that it's like completely washed away here. If we rub on it, we can see that the Pilot is really just almost not there anymore. But everything else has stayed, so that's it's a good sign. So I'm just gonna take the paper out here and kind of dry it off. See what we can see. Great, I got the table wet. I was trying to prevent that. But this kind of just, oops, I'm shaking the camera. This just kind of goes to show what you can and can't really write with when you use Write in the Rain paper. You can see our regular pencil, our mechanical pencil, the Zebra and the Bic fared very well, but the Pilot almost washed away. So now I'm going to try to write on it when it's wet. So we'll get it wet here, just kind of dunk it real quick so there is water on it. And now we're going to try and write on it. You can see it's kind of dripped a little bit of water there. That's part of the test here. So we have our Bic pen here. We're just going to kind of draw a little squiggle on it, and that stayed. That's good. It's amazing actually. And then we have our Pilot, which, as you can see, took a little while to get going here. But it leaves a lot of ink behind that really doesn't stay. It just winds up on your finger, which means that whatever you wrote's not going to be there. Take our mechanical pencil here, and we still get a pretty good line on there, and then we'll try out the regular pencil here, and that works too, which is cool. So I'm gonna dunk it over here one more time. And you can see the pilot is kind of washing away. So that is the pens that you probably already have that you can and can't use on Rite in the Rain paper. So as far as pricing goes, they come in a variety of prices. They also have much smaller notebooks than what I'm showing here and what I have here. One of these is about $3 to $5 depending on where you get it. Amazon, you can buy them in bulk, which is nice. These pads here are generally around $5+ on Amazon. You can get a 3-pack of these in the yellow cover, the black cover, and the green cover. You can get a 3-pack of whatever color you want for $12.99, which is a great deal. And then of course Amazon also sells ones that are like this, about this size, but the spiral binding is on the edge instead of on the top, and one of those is about $4.99 for the small one, and the large 8.5 by 11 is $15. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe to see more videos like this. Be sure to share this video with your friends if they enjoy outdoor gear and all that great stuff, and leave a comment like I already said, and let us know if you've used Rite in the Rain paper, what you think of it, if this video was helpful, if you'd like to see more videos like this, all that great stuff, and we will see you on the next video.